Have you ever asked yourself what's better than having one raider in your party? No? Maybe? Well, if you haven't, having three raiders in your Night Rain party is significantly better than having just one raider because you get three times the Unga Bunga, as this lion will soon find out. And, well, this battle didn't last that long, did it, huh? Not only does the raider take damage, the raider dishes out damage extremely well. Alright, judging by the enemy composition, we are most likely going to go against the battlefield commander at this point. I keep calling him Commander O'Neill because he reminds me of Commander O'Neill because he has that little peg leg and he jumps towards you when he gets angry later on in the fight. Or was that? Well, one of them's in Castle Soul and one of them is in the swamp. So this one's got rot. So yeah, this is the one based on the one from the swamp, right? So anyway, they have both of them in this game. So and they look alike. So it is what it is. Not trying to be some type of way, but it is what it is. And look, I've never seen this boss's health just melt so freaking fast as I have today while playing with three raiders. It's absolutely insanity. Like, he's gone before his summons are gone because we just focused him down. It was just banana nut muffin. Yeah, banana nut muffin. Alright, let's see who's the next contestant on getting bashed into the ground and getting literally stomped on the sidewalk. It looks like it will be the Godskin Noble. Godskin Noble is a nasty contender, but that's okay. We have three raiders, so it will be no problem. I guess you could say that three raiders are actually more nasty than one Godskin Noble. Matter of fact, he could bring the Godskin Apostle and they still will both get curb stomped. See that little white ghost right there? If you touch it, you get your ult charged faster. So I think you just have to run into it. I don't think you have to push a button to interact, but correct me if I'm wrong. We are fighting the Draconic Tree Sentinel, and he is a tough customer. He is a not a boss that you want to usually fight by yourself. Well, actually in solos it wouldn't be so bad, but I wouldn't say if you saw him on the map and your team wasn't with you that you should try to solo him. This is definitely a day 2 boss when you're like level 8 or higher. Otherwise, he will just one-shot you and ruin your day and take up the precious time that you have to do things in the rest of the day. There's like a couple enemies that kind of just stall you out and hold you back from doing other things because of their either their movement patterns or they're just so strong that they can one-shot you or two-shot you. And he is one of them. There's also Loretta and then that gargoyle. And of course we're fighting Loretta next. So that's always fun. Oh, I forgot to heal. I forgot to heal after the last fight, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, man, that looks bad on my part, but that's okay. It's whatever. We got the rot ticking on us, and it's to be expected when you're in the rot wood. You just constantly get scarlet rot, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, and there's a way to cure it, and I will show you how to if we have time. Sometimes you get stuck fighting the last boss of day 2 with scarlet rot, and trust me, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to be that guy. And anyway, we're giving it to Loretta. We're just sticking it to her, and she's like flabbergasted right now because she's never seen 3 raiders coming at her with bulging muscles and big ginormous weapons. And she's still a champ. Look at her just swinging. She's just swinging for the moon right there. But it's not gonna be enough to stop us. We got 2 raider ults on the field, and one of my friends would most likely say, "Oh my gosh, it's getting in the way of my vision," which it does. So ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get a relic that says extends duration of ultimate on Raider, do not use it in multiplayer. Don't use it. Your team will be mad at you because they can't see the enemy, or it blocks their line of sight, even though they could just kind of step to the side of it and still fire off magic shots or arrow shots and be good. But it is what it is. It is a little bit annoying, and that Scarlet Rod is very annoying. So we need to go do something about that right now while there's still time. So what you do is you head to the fort that's in the middle of the forest, and if you have time you can take out the little boss here. One of my teammates did it before I got here because I slipped off the branch that leads into the fort. There's like a branch outside and gives you a little shortcut, but I goofed it up, so here we are. So I was a little late to the party, but anyway, after stopping to take out some of those shamans, those ancestor guardians, my team was like pinging for me to hurry up, so I hurried up, and now we get to fight this guy, this ulcerated tree spirit. He's not the best boss in the world, but he's not that hard. He's honestly not that hard once you learn his patterns and how he goes back to grab you. You want to make sure that whatever you do when you're fighting this guy, never get hit by the grab, and if possible don't get hit by the explosion. Right there I just parried through it, or what do you call it, whatever the Raider's skill is called. That's what I did to it, and I didn't take that much damage. Whenever there's like a big attack and you're not sure how to dodge it, just hit that Raider skill button, and then you could just no diff the boss, no problem. And neither one of these are great for me. The item discovery would have been nice earlier in the match, but it is what it is. So here we go. Maybe we got time to squeeze one more boss in. And of course it's the Black Blade Kindred, the one that I told you likes to stall the match because he constantly keeps jumping backwards, or should I say flying backwards, with stone wings apparently that never move. I don't know how he works. He just works, and he's got skinny chicken legs and somehow is able to support all that weight without them cracking. You know, this is Elden Ring for you. Doesn't have to make sense. It is what it is. Not a fun place to visit. Let's just put it that way. Because you got everything trying to take you out, trying to unalive you, so to speak. And right here, I think at this point in the match, I have the crit. Whenever I do like a critical attack, it causes the enemy to suffer a huge debuff, like to their defenses. So I want to say that that's like 50%, but I gotta look it up later. If you know the percentage, just type it in the comments and let everybody know. But if you ever get a chance to pick that perk and you're on like a melee class, it's gonna be up in the face, like the Guardian, the Wilder, or the Raider. Pick that class, because like every time you land a critical hit, your teammates will do so much extra damage right after the critical hit. So it is definitely worth it. Right here, I got nothing, so I got guard counters, summoning attack. It's not, it's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Fine, whatever. And this Misbegotten is having a really, really bad day, an incredibly bad day. In the history of bad days, this would be one of the worst for him. So sorry for you. And it is time to fight the boss. Let's see, what is it when Misbegottens are here? It is a Crucible Knight, because Crucible Knights have similar attacks to Misbegottens. And maybe they become like Misbegottens when they rank up or something. I don't know. I thought Crucible Knights were like humans or angels or something like that, but the lore of Elden Ring is very much convoluted, and we are just sticking into this Crucible Knight. So that means the Golden Hippo will be coming out soon. And right on cue, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna roll this, no problem. He usually does like a tail follow-up in Elden Ring, like 2 tails at this point. Like he'll do like a spinning tail, and then he'll do like a second spinning tail follow-up. But I'm not sure if he does that in Nightreign. He probably does. I just haven't seen him have the chance to do it, because there's 3 raiders all over him, just smothering him, giving him no space. no room for him to go anywhere other than back to where he came from. And this golden hippopotamus, he's not going to be having a good day either, because I have the critical hits cause your party to do more damage. I forgot what it's called, but look at how his health just freaking melted after I did the critical hit, like from my teammates' damage and from my own damage. So that perk is definitely worth it if you know, get in the fray of things. If you're Revenant or Recluse, most likely you're not going to be that close to the boss, so it's not going to do that good for you. And most likely you're going to be casting spells with those two anyway. So right here, I'm going to pick up the Crimson Whirl Bubble Tier. What that tier does is for like 15 seconds or 10 seconds, you take no damage from magical attacks. So anytime you're fighting Libra, like in this example, take that tier and you don't have to dodge the madness attacks, because they're just going to freaking heal you. Now, there is a chance that they proc madness on you, and I don't think that the Crimson Whirl Bubble Tier stops that, but that's a chance that I can live with. Also, if Libra gives you the deal for 150 resistance, that'll, like, it'll take longer for him to proc madness on you, and it'll make your resistance bar bigger. So because your bar is bigger, it takes longer for the status effect to proc on you, if that makes sense. And so right now we are getting ready to fight Libra, the hardest boss in the game besides the last boss. The Everdark version of him is coming out pretty soon, and it is going to be a pain in the backside. Hopefully I can take 3 raiders in there. That would probably make it a little bit easier. But he's the only boss that I know that everybody could be level 15 and you still just get schooled. You still just get sent back to the lobby, so to speak. And I don't know all of his moveset yet, so forgive the bad dodging, forgive the brain off gameplay, but it is what it is. That's what you gotta do when you're Raider. You gotta, and I should have probably went for the crit, but hey, it is what it is. I wasn't fast enough to get to the front of him, and I didn't even try, because I knew I wasn't gonna get to the front of him. And I missed my freaking parry. That sucks. But look at that, like my bar is bigger, and here comes my ultimate. Anytime he's doing his meditation, he can ult him straight out of it with Raider or anybody with a damaging ult. I'm not sure if Reckless, but pretty much anybody with a damaging ult. Guardian, Wilder. Yeah, I think you could do it with Revenant too. Yeah, if she has the Ghost Flame on there. You don't want him having that where he's glowing yellow. But I should have saved it for his second meditation, because the first meditation is easy. You can reach all the medallions and slap him out of it. And I don't think I go down once during this boss fight, actually. So that's pretty cool. I did take the Crimson Whirl Bubble Tier just a few moments ago, so I don't take damage from his madness flames. And I think I had an item that gave me resistance to fire damage, but I'm not sure if I got rid of it. But here we go. I'm going for the crit, so you know what that means. He's going to take more damage for a few seconds after I do the crit, and we are just giving it to him. We are just draining the pain. We are telling him to know his role and shut his mouth, like The Rock used to say. We're telling him that. And so there's that one that's a little high. You know, I wish I had a bow so I could have just shot that last one, because right now he has his buff, and that's not good for us. Somebody's probably going to go down again. But it's not going to be me, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm too good at this game to get wiped out by Libra, at least this time. And I'm just going to nope out of that little AoE attack that he did with my Raider. I always recommend people save their ult. But there's a certain point where you can just forget about saving your ult. Even though in Nightreign, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. When the boss is this low, there's no more point in saving it. You might as well throw it out. And there we go. We won. The power of the bonk was strong with 3 raiders, and if you like what you've seen today, be sure to hit that subscribe button.